George R. R. Martin thinks that all of you that call him a bloodthirsty writer and monster that kills off characters that bring you any sense of joy, you are the real monsters. Or just exaggerating. So George shared, I don't think I kill more people, but what I do think I do is I try to make you feel the deaths more because I think you should feel death. I mean, art follows life, and in real life when someone close to us dies, we experience grief, we experience anger, we experience depression. It has a huge impact on our life when our parents die or a close friend dies, or God help us, a parent when their child dies. So when I kill a character, I want my readers to feel that death. See, George doesn't want to be a killer. He just wants you to feel the pain of that death. That is very, very different. He went on to explain that he is writing about war, and with war comes a lot of not fun stuff. I mean, these are dangerous situations. People are at war. You don't know who's gonna live. You don't know who's gonna die. I'm lucky because I have a large cast of characters, and I can go back and forth between multiple viewpoints. But when you only have one viewpoint, if you're reading a Conan book by Robert E. Howard, Conan is not gonna die. He seems in trouble sometimes, you know. At one point they capture him and they crucify him, but he still doesn't die because he's protected by what the people now call plot armor. You know who the hero is, and you know that that hero is not going to die. I think it's better if you don't know who's going to live and who's going to die because that's like real life. I feel like all of this is a smokescreen to cover he likes making people cry and feel devastation. I could be wrong though. George also said that he drew on his military buddies to help with this despair, sharing, I know I did not serve in the military myself, but I had friends who went to Vietnam and served over there, and they tell me stories about their friends dying, and they didn't know who's gonna die. Toughest guy in the platoon is the one who gets killed. You know, the funny guy who is only a week away from his term ending, and he steps on a landmine and gets blown up. Death is waiting in war, and a lot of fantasy books, including mine, are about war. You never know who's gonna die, so I think my reputation for killing more people is exaggerated, but I will accept that I try to kill people unexpectedly and realistically, and I keep my readers off balance there, and I want the deaths to have more emotional impact even if it's a bad guy. I mean, I know a lot of people enjoyed it when Joffrey died, but there are moments if you read the book, I try to remind you that even though Joffrey is dying, and he was a son of a bitch, he was also a 13-year-old boy, and you know, just at the moment of his death, you realize, hopefully you realize, that a 13-year-old boy is dying in front of his mother, and that has a different kind of emotional resonance. What I love about that last statement is George has been saying for the longest time, we shouldn't be happy that Joffrey died or how he died, that he was still a little boy, and people still go, nah. We loved it. Just like he doesn't understand the excessive hate that Catelyn gets. Now, George also used the excuse that he can't be that bloodthirsty because Star Wars kills more characters than him, citing the death of billions of the terrorists on Alderaan. Because George stated that if he got his way, if he was doing Star Wars, we would have made sure to spend time with a bunch of families that then absolutely got glassed. So, you know, like, subscribe, let me know. Do you think George is out for blood? Do you think George enjoys making us cry? Do you think he finds our despair delicious?